right, guys. Once again, Richard Alcoholic.
Richard!
I want to thank Tony here for asking me to speak tonight, to be able to participate in my recovery. So I'll start by saying Alcoholics Anonymous basically saved my life. I know you hear that a lot, but you know, it truly did. And I'm really grateful to have found the solution to my alcoholism today. So I got a sobriety date. It's September 19th of 2023, so I don't have that much time, guys. Sorry. I got about 127 days right now.
All right.
Now, this isn't my first time. I'm a retread, as Tony would say. I've had some relapses. Been at this for about a little over a year now. But I've learned so much, man. And, you know, having those two slip-ups was just a reminder of how cunning, baffling, and powerful this disease really is. And it is a disease. And I didn't know that until I got into the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous and went through rehab. So I'll start by saying I have a sponsor. I'm working the steps. Despite those relapses, you know, I'm still working those steps. And also, he knows that I'm his sponsee, so that's a good thing. I also call him, you know, I do as he suggested to me as much as I can. I'll tell you a little bit about what it was like, kind of what happened and what it's like now. My experience, strength, and hope, right? So what it was like was, it was shitty, man. Like growing up, my youth was just, it wasn't ideal. I was born to two addicts that divorced, and then, you know, I had an evil stepmom from hell. My mom was my biological mom was out of my life, so I had like that abandonment issue, right, trauma. You know, I don't want to stay in all that shit. So, anyways, my first drink was I was 12 years old, and I remember it very vividly and well because it was the first time I felt normal. It was the first time I could like feel at ease. Like the book says, you know, like we like the effect, right, of ease and comfort. That's what I felt that first time, and continued to feel for a long time. It was fun, you know. In the early years, it was my solution, you know, at the time, because I had a lot of anxiety, depression, you know, all that stuff, and alcohol just made it all go away. Poof, you know, like all was good. I could talk to girls. I could, you know, I felt like Superman, right? I mean, we all know what the feeling. And it helped, you know, it was the solution to my restless, irritable, and discontentness for a long time too, I will say, because we don't all start out, you know, a full-blown alcoholic drinking every day, right? So I did start out drinking a lot through school, through high school. You know, I was kind of a weekend warrior, and then turned into senior year, I started drinking every day. And it was because I could. Like, I had only 4 periods, so I was out by noon. I had a job, so I just, you know, drink and then go to my job, and that was the way it was, you know? And like, it was fun, like I said, and I had a crew. We called ourselves Getting Really Drunk, the GRD, right? And we were like the cool kids in school, and you know, threw the best parties, had the most booze, had everything. But anyways, moving on, you know, like I've had some pitiful, incomprehensible demoralization acts happen to me throughout my addiction, and I'll just name a few. I was arrested at Disneyland on grad night because I fucking got caught with weed and ran from the cops and ended up literally hitting an officer while I was looking back. I ran into an officer, tackled, put in Disney jail. That was fun. That was fun, you know, finding Nemo on the walls, and you know, it was cute. But it wasn't fun like when you're waiting there for 12 hours for your dad to come pick you up, right? And he doesn't talk to you the whole way home because you're fucked. All my shit was packed up. My stepmom, like I said, stepmom from hell, she knew what happened, and she was like, "You're out of here." So, anyways, you know, countless hospitalizations because of alcohol and drugs. 5150, including, you know, just stupid shit, man. Getting in fights, you know, popping off when you're drunk. That was my thing. Like, I don't even know how to fight, dude. But when I get drunk or some other stuff in me, I'm ready to go. And one of those times I did one of those stupid pop-off things, and I ended up in the hospital with a broken neck. So you'd think that like shit like this would make you stop, but we're alcoholic, right? And that's what I know now. And I have these facts. I'm armed with these facts about myself today. Some other shit, stupid shit that's happened. I've ended up in Mexico by myself, like after a bender and not knowing how to get home because I lost all my money. Like crazy shit. Like you end up in these situations countless, like time after time, and I'm asking myself, what the fuck? What am I doing? And I didn't know. I didn't know what I was doing because I didn't know that I had alcoholism. I didn't know that I suffered from this disease. So I'll get out of like kind of what it was like because we don't want to stay there because we all know what it was like. You all have your stories too, I'm sure. So what happened was, like I said, I've been doing this for about over a year now, but I've had some slip-ups. I am a product of the Bishop Gooden Center. If you all know, it's in Pasadena. So I went there October 2022, and I found the solution. The seed was planted, as they say. I learned about addiction. I learned about the disease, what it is. I learned that I suffer from a physical allergy that in the book describes as a phenomenon of craving. So once I put one in, all bets are off, and I can't stop. I don't know how to stop. I lose the choice in the drink, is what it says in the book, and that is true. That it's so fucking powerful. Like, it made so much sense when I read that. I also coupled with a mental obsession. So basically, when I'm not drinking, I'm only thinking about drinking. I'm thinking about where I can get my next drink, when I could get my next drink, and that's drugs included. But we're in AA, so I'm going to keep it to alcohol. And lastly, I have a spiritual malady, right? So I have a broken spirit. My spirit is bankrupt. I'm, spiritually bankrupt. And I didn't know any of that before this, And when it was all laid out to me like that, that's why I say I'm armed with facts now, because that made me buy in. Knowing that stuff about myself was crucial to me hitting the turning point, And even though I had a couple slip-ups, those slip-ups were what I call research, or my sponsor told me. It's like, you just had to go get some more research, right? Find out that you're a real alcoholic. And I'll just say the last relapse I had, it was evident that I am an alcoholic, because within 3 weeks of going out, I got arrested twice, drunk in public, and went to the hospital, and then I ended it with totaling my ex's car, not my car. Totaling my ex's car in a blackout, and got DUI, spent the night in jail. And none of this is
that escalated quickly.
and that's the way it goes, right? It's a progressive disease. So every time you go out, it only gets worse. It doesn't get better. And I have those facts about myself now, so I'm fully bought in. I'm fully bought in that this is the solution now. That I can't drink, I just can't, and I've accepted that. Because I know that I'm eligible, right? And one of the counselors at the Bishop Gooden Center this last time, so I went there again twice now. Woohoo! The last time, it stuck in my head, this one counselor, he's like, it's the YET, yeah, you're eligible, right? You're eligible to die, right? Because this is life or death. It's jails, institutions, or death, right? And I've done the latter two, so like death, I don't want to see that. I got 2 kids, I got a life ahead of me. I'm young. So anyways, I got all that information now. And what it's like now is, like I said, I bought into that. And I live in the solution. So when I say I live in the solution, I practice these principles in all my affairs. I work the steps, like I said. I do what my sponsor has suggested to me, which is the most important parts of this program. Service, right? I have commitments. I also have a conscious contact with my God, my higher power as I see him. And I help other alcoholics. And with those things, it's been life-changing, man. And if you're new, I strongly urge you, get a fucking sponsor and work these steps, because it's life-changing. So, give me a second, sorry. So I only got like a little over 4 months now, but like I said, it's been going after this for a little over a year, and I've learned all these things about myself. And today I'm just a different person, guys. Like, I was a piece of shit. Like, coming to this meeting and seeing that it's called the Sicker Than Most, I was like, yeah, I belong there. And by the way, I just want to say congratulations to the birthday takers. Like, that's freaking amazing. I see a lot of sobriety in this room, and it's amazing to see that. And I'm honored to speak here. So I'm a better father today because of this program. I'm a better employee today because of this program. Like, I show up to work, you know, I'm reliable. These were things that were not possible when I was drinking and drugging, you know. The job that I currently have is a nice corporate job, and I love it, and I could, you know, I'm happy there. And I couldn't have had that because I had to drug test to get this job. Like, nope, that's not gonna happen. Back in the day, you know. So I've also found that, you know, people talk about the caches and the cash and prizes of this program, and I've heard, you know, a lot about success, you know, that you get and everything, or the house and the cars, and I know it's not all about that, or the job. But what I've found is that you get this intense self-awareness, right? And this intense self-awareness is what gives you all those things. Because when I'm fucking up now, I am aware of it. I'm aware of my character defects, right? And I'm aware of it to the point where I can step back and I can not continue to be that fucking dick that I used to be. And that is what's going to give me growth and give me all those things that we, you know, material things that we like, right? But anyways, guys, like, I just want to say thank you. I think my time is running out here. I got a couple more. Okay, cool. So I'll tell you a little bit more what it's like. So after this last relapse, I spent the time in the 30 days in the Bishop Gibbons Center, and I had to do something different. And we talked about this earlier. Is like, what do you do different when you have relapse? You know. And this time, I like I said, change everything. I literally changed everything, guys. Like, I fucking got rid of my apartment, and I went to sober living. Still there in sober living. I have a group of dudes right now that I trudge with, and like, I can count on them. They can count on me. Like, you know, talking to another alcoholic is crucial to this program, and it's amazing to be able to, you know, share a common, you know, issue that we have, but then also like see the growth and motivate each other to do better, be better. And sober living has been life-changing for me. That's kind of fucking sounds stupid to say it out loud, but it has been, man. Like, I never thought I'd be in a sober living. Like, that was the last thing I would do. I told myself, I will not go to fucking live with some other dudes. No, you know, I like my privacy. I like my shit. But something had to change, man. Like, I was on death's door. And everything had to change. So you know, I'm living in the sober living now. I'm back to work. I've been back to work for a while. Work is amazing, doing good there. My kids are great. Like I said, I'm a better father to them now today. They can know that I'm not going to go get hurt, because, you know, they were there when I broke my neck. They were there when I got in a car crash. Like, they saw Dad hurt. Like, they weren't there in the car and all that shit. I'll tell you that. I was by myself. Whenever I did some dumb shit, I was by myself, because I would never put my kids in danger. But they know what happened. They're old enough and aware enough, you know. And now they know that I'm good. Like, Dad goes to these meetings and he comes back, like, you know, chill and happy. And you know, I used to have so much fucking I was just always in the bad mood, right? When you're drinking and drugging, like, you're just looking for the next one, and it just makes you restless, irritable, and discontent. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all you guys for being here tonight and listening to my story. Hopefully I didn't put anyone to sleep, Jack. All right, looks like you're still awake, so we're good. Thanks a lot, guys. Richard Alcon.